Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at the Mark of Athena, chapter 13, and starting off with Piercy's kind of perspective. And it starts off with poor Piercy having bad dreams. And if you know anything about demigods, whenever they're on a quest, they always have dreams to help them with that quest. And I don't think anyone really knows where those dreams come from or how they can do it. But Piercy definitely always has dreams about some danger or quest or some answer even. So his first one is just a nightmare. Him drowning. If you remember in the last book, he falls in some like quicksand kind of stuff. It's like mud and guck, and he just goes whoop, just falls right into it, drowning. And it's really weird for a son of the sea god, right? Because he can go in water and he can breathe fine, but he has a fear of drowning. He knows that's not right. He knows he shouldn't have that fear, but he still does. He thinks of his friend Talia. Now, we haven't really learned much about Talia in this book series, but in the last book series, she is the daughter of Zeus, and she is afraid of flying, which he talks about. And Piercy thinks that's really weird, but he realizes that this fear of drowning, of not being able to breathe, that can destroy his powers, or some of them, right? It can become a real problem if he doesn't confront it and overcome it. After that dream, he moves into another dream where he sees these two giants. I just wrote the nickname here. I think it's like Ephotitus something, but here it's Effie and Otis, and they're creating something. They're creating these traps, this kind of scene. Now, if you think of like movie directors, right? They're trying to create some action scene that's gonna be exciting and entertaining, and I don't know who they are, if they're like director giants or you know, I don't know, but they want to be famous. They want to be really popular and big, and they're trying to create this really dramatic scene. And we can see they're fighting a little bit. Effie tells Otis, "I told you not to wear the black turtleneck sweater." And Otis says, "Oh, I thought you meant to not wear the yellow one." "No, I wore the yellow one yesterday, and you wore the yellow one yesterday." And so there's kind of some fight of Otis kind of always copying Effie a little bit. They also give some information about their plan, but they leave, and Piercy kind of controls his dream and goes inside this jar that Nico is trapped in. And Nico D'Angelo is a kid that Piercy saved in the first series, and we saw him in our book in our last book, that Nico is Hazel's brother, things like that. But Piercy has a relationship with Nico, and kind of like a big brother kind of relationship. So when Piercy sees Nico trapped in there, he wants to save him. Nico looks like he's kind of dead, but he's kind of breathing slowly and kind of meditating. And he has these 8 pomegranate seeds. 3 he's eaten. 5 of them he hasn't eaten those seeds yet. But Nico's trapped in there. He's trying to talk to Nico when suddenly he gets woken up. And at first, he's not sure if it's a dream, because he dreamt about Annabeth so much in that last book that he wakes up, he sees Annabeth, and he still thinks it's a dream. And then he realizes, "Oh, this isn't a dream. Oh, I'm in my pajamas. Oh, I have stinky breath. Oh, my hair's messed up. Oh, she's in my cabin. Oh, it's the middle of the night. Oh, what am I going to do?" And he starts to still feel really embarrassed. And Annabeth wakes him up, and she's like, "Hey, come on, let's get ready, and I have somewhere I want to show you." And Piercy says, "Okay, can I brush my teeth first and comb my hair?" And then she says, "Yes, because I'm not kissing you until you brush your teeth. Woo! So we know there's some kind of romantic plan going on here. And they go off for some alone time together. And it's really funny because the place they go is to the stables where the Pegasi can stay if they want. There's room for them, but none of the Pegasi are there. But they go into these stables, and at the bottom, there's just glass. So you can look down and see the world going by as you're floating in the sky. And, oh man, Annabeth lays out a blanket. Piercy and Annabeth sit down, kind of romantic style looking out. And then Annabeth tells him, oh yeah, these glass doors, they open. They open up into the sky so the Pegasus can get in and out. And Piercy's like, oh, I don't want to sit here. But then Annabeth kind of asks him, Piercy, do you know why this is my favorite place on the ship? Oh man, that's always a dangerous question. When a woman asks you to understand her mind, oh boys, look out. If you're a girl, please be gentle, give more hints. If you're a boy, oh, good luck, try your best. I hope you get lucky like Piercy. But Annabeth asks him, do you know why this place is special? I mean, he's... Oh, I remember. It reminds me of when we were stuck in that truck on our first quest together, going across America. And she smiles. And he's like, oh, yes, I got it right. If you know the first book, Annabeth and Piercy, they were trying to find Zeus's lightning bolt. And so we were on a quest on their own, and they didn't have a car. They were only 12. And so they snuck inside this truck of these guys that were captured, these animals. And they kind of helped the animals get free and stuff like that. But they were alone together. And that was the first time that they really shared their hearts. And that's why Annabeth remembers it, because it was kind of a special moment. And Piercy makes a joke. And he's like, oh, so since we were 12, you knew that you loved me. And Annabeth kind of laughs and she says, well, first I hated you. Then I thought you were annoying. Then I thought you were okay. And Pierce's like, okay, I get it. And they just start to share memories of the past. Annabeth certainly shares that one. And then after they kind of share some memories, Piercy shares about his dream. Annabeth kind of thinks about it. She's like, okay, we can see that Otis and Effie, they have some kind of plan to try to kill us all. And Nico is kind of the trap, right? If we come to save Nico, then they'll catch us. And they kind of discuss kind of the plans and maybe some ideas. But then Annabeth says, oh, you know what? Piercy, when's the last time that you talked to your father? I keep thinking Poseidon. There we go. When's the last time you saw Poseidon? And Piercy's like, oh, it's been a long time. Actually, several months ago, before, when we started dating. And he said, oh, have you seen Athena? He's like, well, yeah, I saw Athena a few weeks ago, but she wasn't really happy, and she told me I failed her, and it was really bad, and I've had bad dreams too. Piercy kind of waits. You can tell me more. And she doesn't tell Piercy anything more. But Piercy remembers kind of that line in the prophecy, wisdom's daughter walks alone. And so he knows that he can't help Annabeth through her kind of thoughts or her pain, but he realizes, I can be here for her. Even though I can't maybe help her, I can at least be here for her. And, after that, they say, okay, no more bad news. This is a terrible date. Let's just talk about good things and hug each other. So they're hugging each other, and then suddenly they fall asleep. They get woken up by a boy saying, oh no, you guys are in big trouble. And that's how the chapter ends. Some vocabulary. First one, suffocation. We've had this word before, but I just want to make sure you can pronounce it and you remember. Suffocation is not being able to breathe, okay, not getting oxygen. And that is Piercy's fear, to suffocate in mud or slime or even in water. Unconvinced means his mind wasn't changed. I can't remember if this is with the giants, but I think one of the giants says something, and then the other giant replies, not convinced. Okay, if you say so. He doesn't believe it completely. Nostalgic, this has been another vocabulary word we've had before, but nostalgic means thinking about the past, usually with kind of a good feeling, right? Even if it's something sad, you still remember it and feel good about kind of thinking about that thing. And so Annabeth is being nostalgic, remembering the first quest she took with Piercy. Cuddling, the last one. You can imagine that is a hugging in each other's arms and sitting together for a long time. Call that cuddling. I like to imagine animals actually in the wintertime, like bunnies kind of coming up together, or squirrels kind of rubbing each other, or even birds, right? Birds kind of rubbing against each other. But humans, maybe you've seen this on the bus or subway, certainly in movies, of couples cuddling, holding each other for a long time and just enjoying that. All right, discussion question. Do you have a special nostalgic moment? Now, it's probably not romantic like Piercy's and Jason's, but maybe a time where you met your current best friend. Maybe a time when your father or mother did something really special for you. And maybe a teacher did something. But I want you to think about that. Some special nostalgic moment in your past. I know you have one. You know you have one. Your homework is to think of it, because I want you to share that story with us when we get together. What special nostalgic moment do you have? And what can you tell us about it that will help us feel that moment too? Of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.